Why African Christians abroad abandon the faith. There is a growing crisis in Christianity as thousands of African believers abandon their faith when they migrate to Western countries. And it is the fault of the faulty theology of people like David Oyedepo. I shall explain. Africa is a continent besieged with problems. Millions contend with poverty daily and seek solutions to deliver themselves from it. Here comes the prosperity gospel to the rescue. Men like David Oyedepo, Samadiyemi, Matthew Ashimolowo, etc. preach that God will make you rich. Oyedepo said God sent him to make people rich. I heard Samadiyemi say that he raises millionaires. People flock to their churches to receive grace for wealth. People even give testimonies about how they were poor and God made them rich. Because of the preponderance of such preaching, many African Christians believe that Jesus Christ came to make them rich. They follow Christ in order to become rich. They serve faithfully in church, believing that their faithfulness will be rewarded with financial breakthroughs and riches. God will make you rich. This forms the entirety of their Christian philosophy and belief until they migrate abroad. Then they come into nations with systems that provide the basic necessities for their citizens and make it easy for them to acquire the comforts of life. When African Christians realize that all they have been praying for can be acquired without fealty to God, they reevaluate their beliefs, and many of them abandon the faith. They realize that they can buy cars and houses on credit, they can travel on holidays on credit, they can buy goods and clothes on credit, and if they have emotional issues, instead of going to a church, they can pay for therapy. They realized that their pastors in Africa had been feeding them lies for decades. The Christian beliefs they held dear in Africa are redundant in a Western society which takes care of its citizens. They realized that it was the bad leadership in Africa that helped to contribute to the superstitious beliefs they held on to. When they realize they don't need church, pastor, or God to make money or to live a good life or to drive safely at night without fear of armed robbers or kidnappers, they abandon their faith. And it is the fault of African pastors. Pastors have been misinterpreting scripture, misrepresenting Christ, preaching a false gospel in order to enrich themselves. They take advantage of the gullible, the ignorant and superstitious and steal from them in the name of Christ. Christ never sent us to make anyone rich. Money is a reward for value creation. Anyone with sense who creates value will be rewarded with money. Sinners who create value are wealthy. Making money has nothing to do with spirituality or religion or church activity. Jesus Christ will not make anyone rich. Stop believing the lies of your pastors in Africa. They're in the business of enriching themselves and impoverishing their followers. Follow Christ and serve him because you love him, not because he will make you rich. He won't.